to everybody who's put this event together. This has been such an incredible opportunity to learn from the best and to be around the best in DI, and also to be around a community of people who are working towards the same goal of achieving the absolute best that we possibly can for our students, and that it's just been such an honour. So thank you so much for that as well. I'm just so honoured to be receiving this award for myself and also on behalf of my school. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a background. I'm not from America, I'm from Australia, so things are a little bit different, and our school is very unique, and the success that we've had has just been amazing. So I started at MSA Springfield, so Mastery Schools Australia Springfield, at the beginning of 2022 when we had 27 students. So I started as a teacher aide and then moved to this incredible thing called Permission to Teach in Australia, which meant that I was doing full-time teaching and full-time university because of the staffing crisis after COVID. So I was juggling a lot of things. Then I moved to an early career teacher, and now I'm a senior teacher. So my role at MSA Springfield is to coach over 60 staff and managing their implementation of direct instruction at our school for our 260 students just at Springfield. So it's a lot of work, but it's great. My goal in education, and I'm so honoured to be receiving this award, it really helps in that goal, is to really be a leader for these programs in Australia and for explicit and direct teaching, because we know that it works. And in Australia, it's not very well recognised. So I want to one day really be a pioneer for that, and for it to be much more recognised and to be much bigger in Australia than it already is. I have two student success stories that I would really like to share. So I had a Year 7 student who is 12 years old, 7th grade I think it is here, who had never previously attended full school days at all because of anxiety and school refusal. And because of this, she had such an incredible academic lag, and it was a barrier to her success. So with DI, using spelling mastery, CMC and corrective reading, as well as explicit teaching in every other area, she was able to really build that gap in her learning, and she had 100% attendance in her last term at our school, and also incredible mastery in all of her programs. So that was amazing. Thank you. Another one of my students was a Year 8 student who started working at a Year 6 level for maths. So with targeted explicit teaching specifically for maths, and also using the CMC and then Essentials for Algebra programs, he had a growth of 2.92 years in his mathematics proficiency, and is now working above his grade level in maths. I wanted to quickly touch on my student, one of our students, Jackson Willis, who won the Wayne Carnine Student Improvement Award. Just a little bit of his data working at our school. So in 2023, Jackson had a reading comprehension improvement of 6 years and 5 months, and a mathematics improvement of 2 years and 2 months using direct instruction programs at our school. So just incredible. So I want to give you a little bit of background. What is our school? So we are a targeted intervention middle school. So we have students from Year 4 to Year 10, so ages 9 to 16. We're a school for students who are disengaged in their learning or who are at risk of becoming disengaged in the future. We're an independent school, so separate from the state system in Australia. There are 5 campuses of MSA in Queensland now, across the Gold Coast, Brisbane and in North Queensland, with plans to expand interstate and also international in the future. So lots of support to come in Australia and international as well. Here are some of our statistics of our school. So we have over half of our students with a diagnosis of ADHD, a significant amount of students with a diagnosis of autism, nearly 3/4 of our students with specific learning difficulties, among other things as well. So a significant amount of our students come to us because they need a lot of support in their learning. So how do we do it? And what are our results? Across all 5 of our schools, or at the end of last year we had 4 of our schools, we had a reading growth of 2 years and 1 month in our reading. And we had a growth of 1 year and 5 months in our mathematics. And that's just an average. There's obviously students like Jackson who are way more, so yeah. And we do it because we have a longer school day. And I'll go over our timetable in the next slide. But we use placement tests so that all students start exactly where they need. And we work with them using direct instruction programs for literacy and numeracy because we know that it's going to help catch them up in their learning. Every class, we're very fortunate, has one teacher, 4 assistant teachers, and 1 support worker. So we have an incredible staff to student ratio to give them the support that they need. Yeah. All of our staff, assistant teachers and teachers, are trained in the science of learning, so we're giving them this really evidence-based bank of knowledge for them to use, because all of our assistant teachers are undergraduate education students and all of our support workers are undergraduate psychology students. So we like to say that we're giving them this training and we're giving them all of this support so that they can go off into the world and share those things that we have taught them as well. I wanted to show you one of our timetables, because something that comes up often is scheduling. So this is what our day looks like. Every single day we have 2 hours of maths, which includes some direct instruction programs. We use rocket maths, we use connecting math concepts and essentials for algebra, and we use explicit teaching to teach explicit maths. Then we have lunch, which is 15 minutes inside and 15 minutes of really organised, structured sports and activities. Our second session is English, which is we use spelling mastery, corrective reading, and we use read to achieve, and we also do then an explicit teaching of English, or I think languages is what you guys call it here. Our second lunch is the same, and our third session is when we cram in everything else that we have to cover. But our priority really is maths and English, because that is where our students need the most support. And in the week, we do 10 hours of maths and 10 hours of English, which is above and beyond what any state school does in Australia. I wanted to show, these are some of the programs that we use at MSA. So I've crammed them all onto the slide if you can even see them at all, but a broad range of programs that we use with direct instruction that help our students get those gains that I spoke about, that help people like Jackson have a 6-year plus growth in his reading and a 2-year growth in his maths. I'm going to show you a video. We partnered recently with McGraw-Hill, and I'm so grateful to Katie, who organised to get this video to us today, to really show you the difference that direct instruction has made in our school, to our students and to our families. So I'm going to play the video. No one's really seen it yet except for me, so I'm very excited, and I'm really excited to show you today. Oh, sorry. I think my computer's a bit jet lagged, maybe.
Here, I'll fix it for you.
Thank you.
Awesome, you're all set.
Okay, cool. Good to go? Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, we'll try that again. Can you turn it back? Thank you. MSA is a special assistance school for students who have learning difficulties.
We have had lots of students who have come to us at times broken, kind of academically, not believing that they can learn.
At my old school, I never was really directed in success.
The biggest thing that was an issue for us in his previous school was the fact that he was just getting left behind.
The science of learning talks about the repetitions and that cognitive load theory of making sure that we have enough exposures to learn something. And all of the McGraw-Hill programs are designed with that in mind so that they can learn these things and commit them to their long-term memory.
These students need to be taught in a very specific way to be able to lay down that neural pathway for them. Thinking about actually what does each student need so we can create an individual plan for each individual student. We use direct instruction wherever possible. Is the only pedagogy that has been proven by science to get more than 1 year of learning out of 1 calendar year.
The pace is built into the program, the error correction and the script fidelity from the teachers is built into the program.
It's a scripted program, but there's an absolute science and art in actually delivering it.
So they would ask you directly to explain it. We'd go through it, we'd say it out loud, we'd write it, go up to the class and write it. We'd write it in our books and it would be over and over and over again.
Students have to stay focused so that they can answer together and that you can pick up on any misconceptions and any errors really quickly.
How many triangles in all? Everybody get ready. 63. 63 is a full fact of D. Get ready.
So direct instruction makes it so you actually get the good stuff.
All of a sudden, her memory improved in regards to little things, whether it be writing out the shopping list. Her spelling jumped. I noticed she was engaging more, reading, wanting to actively participate in more things. I'd say within the first 6 weeks, I noticed a massive change.
It gave me so much more confidence and I feel like now I could actually answer stuff. I would be kind of stuttering over my words.
Even from what they might have been like in a mainstream classroom to how they are now, the difference in their engagement is just massive.
It also kind of helps with consistency from me teaching and from the students. They know what to expect. They're not having that cognitive overload of different language being used, it being taught a different way.
I loved it because you came here, you knew what was expected. It was the same routine, nothing changed.
It's not just an academic gain you get when a student starts to believe in themselves academically again, which is what the direct instruction programs do.
He very much enjoys coming here, the friends, the teachers.
It's insanely good. I love it.
It just got me ready for stuff. That's why everyone succeeded so well.
I don't know how other education institutions can use different approaches because this is tailored for the kid perfectly for what they need.
My hope is that more and more mainstream schools adopt direct instruction programs. I would encourage all educators to read Project Follow Through. It's kind of undeniable evidence about the power of direct instruction. That research was absolutely life-changing.
I would 100% recommend that any future schools that I taught at would use DI programs and implement them.